Okay, good afternoon, folks. It is a holiday today. That the market shuts half day, so I think it's about 12 p.m. Eastern time. I think, but if I remember back to last year, I think it was. The trading was okay, but I thought I'd sort of do an hour and see what volume was like, because usually it still sort of works out okay. So. We'll see what happens, see how many people are in, and we'll see what happens. We'll give it half an hour, and we'll give it something like that, and we'll see what happens. So, at the moment, we're just going a bit sideways. There is a higher low there. I was looking at that. If we can break above there, there's probably going to be some stops. There's probably going to be a point or two available there. So, pineapple. You're a new face, I think. Are you a new face? Where are you from? Pineapple limb, is that? Yeah. Hey, Speedy, how you doing, bud? I will not be trading today, though. Yeah, that's fine, mate. I don't know if I'm going to carry on myself. I'm going to give it about 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. How you doing? How you doing, bud? It's going fine, mate. How are you? So, okay, so that is probably, it does seem, if I just look back to the latter part of Friday, and we had sort of a couple of legs down and a couple of legs up, and we do seem to be sort of going up and down. So that was good for 2 points. I did look at that. I think that's good for 2 points. Maybe not quite yet. High and low, probably. Yeah, maybe there's a failure here. We'll see. But we are going a little bit sideways, but we've come from these highs, so I think there's a good chance we're going to at least get up to here. I did look at that, but the only slight issue I have, it is a little bit congested, so let's have a look. Just have to keep an eye on that. So yeah, I thought we'd give it an hour and just see what happens. I'm just trying to remember back to last year. I can't remember. I seem to remember. See, usually, obviously, I'm sort of UK, so it's an all day for me. So usually I'll look in and just see what the volume's like, and you just never know. Okay, so it's 2:30 now. Obviously, no sort of general market open. Well, no, of course there must be. 2:30, but it's obviously a short day, so obviously there's no movement there at all. Obviously, if it continues like this, there's no point in trading, because it's going to be like watching paint dry, and I've done that before. It's no fun. See what happens. If we can get off the bottom of here, we'll see what volume's like. I thought there might be a little bit more movement when the market officially opens, although I believe I'm not sure whether the market is officially open for traders. I know it's open anyway. Obviously, it opened 5 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, so I thought there might be a little bit more movement. Maybe if we get above this. There's very little volume. Mind you, I wasn't too concerned about that leading up to the market opening. So you'd have squeezed 2 points out of that if you took that. Okay, let's see if this is a fairly. Trouble is, we've got some. Okay, there is a failure there, but you're going into the highs. That's my slight concern. Excuse me, just a second. Okay, sorry, that's no parcel picking up. Okay, there is a possible failure here. Trouble is, going into the highs, more risky. Okay. There is a failure there. Trouble is, we're going into these highs. Just looking on the NQ, actually, and the NQ. See what happens there. The dog saw an EL bear. How are you on about the dog park? Hey Rodian, how you doing, buddy? Okay, there is a failure there, and there's probably going to be some shorts trapped there. That's if there's many shorts in today.
Order submitted.
I mean, it's risky going into there, but this has bounced a few times here, so I would expect that to push up.
Order cancelled.
So far, price is being held by the EMA, so I think going along there is probably a bit too early. It doesn't look like it's going to sort itself out anyway. But would you want to go short there? Dollar bill sack. I've just started season 7. Actually, I watched about half of the first episode of season 7 earlier. They're trying to contact Axe at the moment. I believe I've seen a clip of it. I believe they meet him in London, I think, near Tower Bridge. So I'm looking forward to seeing that later. So Second entry short, just be pattern chasing. Yeah, I'm looking at more of a long here. I wouldn't want to go short here just at the moment because we've bounced a few times off this level. If I take that down a bit. And also, I'm looking at the NQ. We've bounced once, bounced twice. This looks like a triple test. And I'm just wondering whether that sort of bearish, well, semi-bearish bar is triggered. So if that pushes up and stops that out, there's probably going to be some there. But this is bounced 4 times there, twice there, and a second time here. So I'd say the chance of it more likely is pushing up. That's on the NQ. There's probably going to be some stops there, trapped for the second entry short. My issue is... so yeah, I believe so. Yeah, NQ can't get above the EMA. Yeah, so we have bounced a few times on the EMA, so it does look like it's likely going to push up. The trouble is, I hate trading when it's this slow. It's almost like trading out of hours. It's punishingly, and the more you're in a trade, sometimes the more you start to doubt it if it goes against you. We have got a big strong bar there and a higher low there, so there's probably going to be some longs there, more longs than shorts, I would have said. Trouble is, it's so damn slow, isn't it? It really is the worst. Yeah, you're not wrong, bud. I thought volume would be a bit more than this. Kind of hope it finishes naff. You know what? It does look like we're going to start to push submitted. Up on the NQ. Just looking at the NQ does look like we've had a bit of a challenge. We had a break, a couple of pushes down. We've bounced there, and that looks like it's about to push up. Obviously, depends on how that finishes. That's 9 ticks, that is. So if I dropped it in on the first tick and put it below, that'd be a 10 tick risk, which would be 2.5 points. Yeah, just looking at the NQ above my head here. We've got to push up. We've got sort of a little channel down. We've got a break and a couple of pushes down to a new low. And we've bounced multiple times off this, and it's quite a nice bullish bar. And that, to me, looks like a higher low. So it just looks to me like that's going to come up to this area here. Obviously depends on that finish. I like to use this as a bit of an anchor chart, because if this looks bullish, and I'm thinking bullish or looking for a a long trade on the ES. It's nice that they're both, they're both sort of giving the same indication. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I kind of like the way it's sort of hugging there a little bit. Yeah.
Order cancelled.
It is slow. Mind you, when it is sideways like this, it generally is a bit slower, but obviously volume is low today. Two candles in 12 minutes, yeah. It just goes to show how slow it is if you're counting down the minutes. Yeah, it is. I thought, to be honest with you, when a market officially opened, I thought maybe some of the bigger retail traders would be trading, and but it's going to be one of those days today, isn't it? The trouble is, the slower it is, the sort of more patient you've got to be, and is there a point there? Is there? So there's a point, isn't there? So if you went in there, it would have to hit that area just to get a point. I just don't think it's worth it. Put it this way. Would you be thinking long on the NQ? Let's just do a little analysis of this. So, yeah, whether it's like that, we've got a break and a new low, or whether it's like that, doesn't change it. We've had a break, two pushes down to a new low. Now there's obviously some resistance here. You can clearly see it. 4 touches there, 2 touches there, and a close enough there. In fact, you could even well, it's clearly using that. At the moment, it does seem to be sideways with the slight addition of a little bit of a climb. So yeah, it's just having said that, price at the moment is being held, so you just don't know whether it's going to come down and have another bounce or I don't know. Did you see Wilson's video about his journey? I was just watching it before I started, mate. Yeah, I was just watching it before I started. There's no sound to it, is there? I don't think, because I was messing around. Yeah, I like Wilson. He's a good guy, Wilson is. He's always got something nice and positive to say. I have a little chat with him. No sound, yeah. I have a little chat with him, I don't know, a few times a week. We exchange a little bit of chit-chat. And he's one of the good guys, is Wilson. You know, every time I've had a tough day, you know, he's give me something nice to say, you know, and vice versa. He asked my opinion on what size he should grow his accounts before he starts, you know, taking. So, you know, he's a nice guy. So, you know, I wish him the best. But I noticed he'd broken the $2,600. I think he's floating around about $3,000 per account now on most of his accounts anyway. But I got to say, when I see him trading, I can almost feel the nerves. I can almost feel the nerves, you know, what he's feeling, you know, getting up to that area. But he did say to me that he's trying not to look at the $2,600 of any type of a level of achievement. It's just another number. And it's a good attitude to take, that is. Aim for a bigger number, you know, aim to get up to 5,000 or 7,000. At least that way, by the time you get up to that level, you're well within the, you know, the realms of being able to withdraw. But yeah, he's a good guy, Wilson is. He's a good guy. It hasn't triggered that failure now anyway, and in all fairness, it looks like it may be coming down a bit more, so I'd say there's probably going to be some stops below there. Are we going to push down below there? Who knows? It's possible. If we are sort of ranging, then obviously these areas are certainly possible. But in all fairness, I think I'm going to knock it on the head now. There's no point in jumping in and taking a random trade. A lack of patience, because if it's going to continue like this all day, there's just no point. I thought it would be a little bit quicker, to be honest with you. Like I say, 3 bars and 12 minutes. You can't trade this stuff really. You're going to need about a 200. You're going to pass. Yeah, I'm going to myself actually. There's no. I don't want to sit through this. As scalpers, we like to get in. Well, I'm glad I made points earlier in the DAX. Good on you, mate. When the market was moving nicely. It's coming down for another crack, that is. So I mean, I ummed and ahed about that, but I've got the sort of the trader in me that wants to take a trade and wants to make money, and then I've got that little voice on my shoulder going, look at all the support along there. So I decided to delete it and just forget it. There's no point. It just ups the risk. So, but it's just not worth it, is it? It's not worth it. So I'm going to knock it on the head. I'm going to go and enjoy my day. So if you do stay, just be careful. It's going to be slow today. I doubt you can hang around long anyway. It's just going to be like this all day. Might try and trade days like this. I get chopped up. Yeah. Do you know what it is? As scalpers, you want to get in and you want to get out. And sometimes when we have days like this, and you might be stuck in a trade for 15 or 20 minutes, I think your confidence goes and you start to doubt. It, and then when that happens, the chance of you losing money, I think, is even greater. So it's just not worth it. So there you go. It was worth a try. I thought I'd have a look. I thought, to be fair, I thought it would be a lot busier than this, but there you go. So if you do decide to stick it out today, you're going to need the patience of a saint. Plus, I'm on holiday in Bali. Oh, you lucky bastard! Oh, let's all put horrible messages to Rodin. And my wife is cranky. I'm not surprised, mate. If you're in Bali, get out and enjoy the sun, mate. I came back to the hotel to check. Get yourself out there, mate. Get yourself a beer, go and sit by the sea and relax. Oh, you lucky devil, you've just ruined my day now. I'm going to come sit downstairs and be miserable. No, you have a great holiday, mate. You have a great holiday. Get out there with your wife and enjoy the sun. You're in a snowstorm. We've had a little bit of snow here in the UK this morning. It's not much. I don't know, maybe an ½ inch, just a light splattering, but I think I'm so sunburned I can't go out anymore. That's the trouble, isn't it? Bali, so yeah, that's going to be warm this time of year. Where is Bali? I'm trying to think. It's the Far East, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is the Far East. In fact, I think I've got a niece out there at the moment in Bali. Yeah, you have a nice holiday, mate. Get outside, all right, then get in the shade and get a beer down you. That's what I'll be doing. Indonesia, yeah, I thought as much. Okay, well, you have a nice holiday, bud. And I'll leave you guys to it. 30 degrees. What is it at the moment? It's 2 degrees centigrade here in the UK. And it's dropping to about -2 overnight. So it is this time of year anyway. You're certainly in the right place for the weather. 30 degrees. Oh, that's lovely, that is. That's a very hot day in the UK, that is. So, yeah, you have a good holiday, mate. And everybody else, if you carry on trading, best of luck. But I figure it's just going to be more of the same, really slow. So, have a great day. Stay safe. And I will catch up with you all same time tomorrow. Bye for now.